Hi, this is Linda Gelfman. We are going to make a vessel out of 3 pinch or 4 pinch pots. So I've made the pinch pots already. They're a little stiffer, so they're starting to get leather hard, so they'll hold their shape more, so they'll support. So what I'm going to do is make the bottom. So this will be the bottom of the vessel. But first, this will be the belly of the vessel. So what I want to show you here is how to attach 2 pieces of clay. And this is the only way to do it. Like, there's a lot of rules in clay. Some of the rules are meant to be pushed, but this one, whenever you're joining 2 pieces of clay together, what you need to do is score it. And that means roughing up the edge really a lot and then using some water. So I like using a fork or a needle tool, but when I'm scoring it, and I'm going to get really close with this because I want you to see how really deeply I'm scoring the clay. You want to rough it up, okay? So I'm roughing up this edge, I'm roughing up this edge. I'm trying not to sneeze while I'm doing it. Okay, so I have it roughed up. I'm going to take my spray bottle and I'm just going to give it a couple squirts of water. Same thing on this side. You don't want to use too much water. And then what I'm going to do is rough it up some more. And this makes a thing called slurry or slip, which is liquid clay, and it kind of works like glue. It helps adhere the 2 pieces together. Okay, so then just a drop of water more. So now I'm taking these 2 pieces, and I kept the lip thick enough so there was area for them to attach. If you had a really thin lip, this wouldn't work as well. So I'm just taking it, now you kind of just screw it together, okay? And then I'm going to come back with my stick tool and I'm going to zip it up. So what that means is you're just sealing the seam. I'm not worrying about the shape right now because I'm going to go back and finish it up to make it look nice. But here you really want to just work the seam together. Okay? And so it's totally sealed, and there's a good thing you could do. Once it's totally sealed, you could use the air inside to kind of hit up against to change the shape. And so this is what I mean. You don't have to worry about what it looks like because you can keep working on it. So anyway, right now, this is the belly. I'm changing the shape again, seeing how it moves, trying to work it together really well. You can see sometimes some of the slip is oozing out, so I'm working it. Okay, so now so this was another pinch pot. I'm flipping it over and I'm using that as my foot. So same thing, what you want to do is just really score it. But what I'm going to do before I do that is I'm going to take my fettling knife and I'm just going to cut the bottom out of this. Okay, so then it's like that. Okay, so if I would have put that on, I would have had a little air pocket. Right now this is one big air pocket, so if I put this in the kiln just as it is, this would explode. So if you're making something like this, you always have to remember to at least put a hole in it. So anyway, scoring this deep and often, I'm going to score this bottom too. Really rough it up. Not worried if it goes out of the line, where it's going to attach. A little bit of water, scoring it again. Once again, really deep. So I'm going to take this, and you want to work the 2 pieces together, and once again, I'm just going to kind of screw it down there, supporting it. And it's going to be a little wobbly just because it's a little weak there, but that's okay. I'll work with it. So once again, I'm zipping it up, and then cleaning it up. And there's many stages of cleaning up too. Sometimes if your clay is really wet, it's not going to support itself. So like right here, it's a little wobbly. I have to leave it. If you let it get leather hard, it's easier to clean up. If you want to carve lines in, carve into it for texture, you want to wait till it gets a little harder. But anyway, so this is going to be the top of it. So once again, I think I'm going to open this up here. And then I'm going to open this up here. And that way this vessel could hold something liquidy. And then I'm going to score it. Score it. Squirt it. And then score it again just to make it really mushy. And then work it together. End of a stick tool. So you want to make sure the inside is smooth and my finger won't fit in there, but that's what the stick tool is good for. So whenever you score and put things together, you really want to work them together well. And whenever I'm putting two compressed pieces of clay together, pinch pot's compressed, you want to score it. Okay, so I'm going to work on this. I'll make it look pretty, but I have more to show you. So now, if you want to put surface decoration on here,
You could hear how hollow it was when you did that.
it's hollow. So if I wanted to put surface decoration on here, no matter what I put on here, whether it be cones like that or this, you have to score it. If you do not score it, it might look like it's holding on, but once you biscuit, I'll just go like this and it'll just fall off. So even if it's tedious, and it is, but that's okay. There's a kind of a zen to the tedium. You kind of, like if you wanted to score the whole thing and cover it with shapes, you could do that. Squirt. And then I'm adding this texture on here. Okay. So it needs to be scored on, and then you can go back and work it, or you could add more texture. But no matter what you put on, you don't want to just keep that on, that'll just pop. Sometimes with coils put on, same thing, I'll score the surface, squirt it. You don't really have to score the coil, but you really do have to kind of push it on there and make sure it holds. Okay, so once again, going back in here. But that's okay, because you know what, the more stuff you put on and the more you kind of alter the shape, the more fun the piece gets and interesting looking. Okay, so then you could do texture, you could paddle it. If you wanted to smooth it, what you could do is paddle it till it gets somewhat smooth, and my $50 ceramic tool is I'm smoothing it by flexing it. This works like a metal rib too. And I'm smoothing it. But I have way more fun with texture. Have fun with it. You could push it in like this. So don't be afraid to try different things with your coil. Not your coil, but your pinch pot vessel. And this is how you do it, and I'd work some more on it to make it look finished, but this is a vessel made out of pinch pots. Oh, this isn't for Instagram? Oh, that's right. Hi, I just wanted to show you my piece, my pinch pot vessel. After the video, I worked on it. I added some balls of clay down here, scoring it. I added a coil and textured it, and more texture. I flipped it over for one thing. So it's really good to take time with your work and see where it goes. Spend some time with it. The videos are quick, but it takes a lot of time to work on your piece and finish it off. All right, back to Instagram.